I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just give me one. Just give me one. Un momento. I'm sorry. I started this video and then I just started thinking about a whole bunch of funny shit, like the memes, and I'm sorry. I gotta stay professional for this video, but holy shit, have I been laughing for the last day and night over this shit that I'm talking about in this video. So shits and giggles aside, I'm pretty sure that most of you have heard the news by now. Justin Kroll, who is an insider for Variety, came out yesterday with an exclusive report saying that Robert Pattinson, yes, that Robert Pattinson from the Twilight movies a long time ago, is basically going to become the next Batman. Or he's going to star in the Matt Reeves Batman movies, or whatever the case may be. The article actually said he's still in negotiations, but all expectations are that he is Warner Brothers' guy. Warner Brothers wants him as Batman, and he is going to become the next Batman. What's kind of funny is that a bunch of other trades came out and was just kind of like, wait a minute. Like, either they were so against the idea that Robert Pattinson would be the next Batman, or they were just salty that Justin Kroll, who is a very trusted and reputed source, an insider for Variety, they sounded like they was just kind of hating on the fact that he got the scoop first, and they was just kind of like, wait a minute, it's not confirmed yet. I mean, he's still on the short list, him and Nicholas Hoult and some other people. It's not a done deal yet. Fine, whatever. Justin Kroll, this dude usually bats 1,000. He doesn't report shit that doesn't end up becoming true at some point. It is true that it's not 100% a done deal yet. It hasn't been 100% confirmed. Whatever. Let's just talk about the very real and very definite possibility that Robert Pattinson will become the next Batman. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I am all the way here for this news. I am so happy about this. And we were discussing Batman options a few months ago after I came out with a video that talked about why Ben Affleck is most likely done in the DCEU. You guys might not remember this, but if you follow me on social media at all, a few months ago I started floating out ideas for who could be potentially the new Batman in the DCEU. Robert Pattinson's name came up. Now let me be the first to say that Robert Pattinson is not my first choice. I don't actually know how good he would do with this role. I don't think he's a terrible choice like some other people do. My first choice would have been Armie Hammer. I mean, Armie Hammer's 6'5", he's a solid actor, he's 32. It just seems too perfect. He's really good friends with Henry Cavill. I'm like, why not Armie Hammer? Having said that, I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't secretly root for this to happen. Like I didn't troll you guys for months with the idea of Robert Battinson and have that be a thing. I know a lot of people wanted me to do this video because they're like, oh my god, you've been trolling us about this for months. Now that it's finally happening, I bet you're really happy. And I'm just like, me? You think this is happy? You think that I'm happy right now? Bro, you don't know what happy is yet. You haven't even seen Happy yet, okay? I have 2 years to get happy. That's when the movie comes out. You think you hated me before. You have no idea the hell I'm about to unleash on your timelines in the next 2 years. Bro, when it comes to Robert Pattinson, my troll game is on Ultra Instinct. I am Super Saiyan Broly going against a Prime Vegeta and Goku. You just don't want to fuck with me on this. Not only do I think this is the most hilarious thing in the world because I did kind of call this happening, but I also think that the internet needs this, okay? This is important for the internet. Think about the memes. Oh my god. There are so many great GIFs and memes and things that are popping up on the internet. Like, we need this. I have been waiting for months to see the internet light itself on fire over the Batman casting, and now Robert Pattinson is officially or semi-officially a thing now. The internet needs this. You guys need this. And again, next couple of years, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody tries to assassinate me because of how unbearable I'm going to be about this. Having said that, let's put all the shits and giggles and the fun aside. Let's actually look at the role and talk about Robert Pattinson and talk about what he can do for this role. Like, can he pull the role off? He wasn't my first or even my second choice for the role, but when I sit back and I think about it and I look at Robert Pattinson, I look at his career, I go, you know what? I don't hate it as much as other people do. I don't love it, but I don't hate it as much as, like, everybody, like, you're split into two camps on the internet. One camp is just kind of like, hey, he could be good. He's kind of an underrated actor. Let's wait and see what happens. The other side is burning the ship of the DCEU to the ground. They're like, nope, I'm out of here. I quit. I'm not for this. This is terrible casting. I'm done. I quit. No more DC movies. I'm just like, they're already abandoning the cause. And look, people have the right to their opinions. People have the right to their reactions. You are perfectly within your right to look at Robert Pattinson and say, you know what? I don't see him as Batman. I just don't see it. I don't like the casting choice. That's perfectly okay, but for the people that are already burning him at the stake, already deciding that he's going to be a shitty Batman, deciding that that movie, which comes out in 2 years, is going to be a shitty movie, I'm like, people, pump the brakes. You're jumping the gun a little bit. We don't have any other casting news. We don't have a trailer. We don't have a first image. We don't have anything other than the fact that Robert Pattinson might be Batman. The other casting choices in the world of movie making have taught us nothing. It's that sometimes we need to wait and see. Sometimes your first reaction is not your final reaction. A lot of people were against Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I mean, she didn't really have anything reputable to her name in terms of acting, and a lot of people criticized her body frame and said she wouldn't be able to fill out for the role. Now all of a sudden it's 2019 and no one can see anybody else other than Gal as Wonder Woman. Let's not act like Ben Affleck wasn't in a movie called Mr. Geegly and a bunch of other shitty romantic comedies and stuff before he was cast as Batman. I know he also directed Argo, and he has an Oscar award-winning screenplay writer who joined him on that. And yes, I know he had some veritable credits to his name, but as far as Batman goes, I saw a lot of hate for Ben Affleck when he got cast. People hated Heath Ledger. I hated Daniel Craig as James Bond. I hated Chris Evans as Captain America. Holy shit, we have gone through an entire lifetime of people bitching and moaning about casting decisions. The point is, people, we just don't know yet. And when I look at Robert Pattinson, I don't think you should just judge him by his Twilight filmography. The dude's actually turned himself into a pretty solid actor. He's made some really good decisions with his indie filmography. The movie that I just watched a few weeks ago, High Life, I thought that he was really great in that movie. The Lost City of Z, Good Time, I mean, you name it. This guy has been in some really solid films. He's in that Christopher Nolan film next year. And I don't think Robert Battinson is the same Robert Pattinson that he was when he was in the Twilight films, which came out almost a decade ago, and at this point, we should let it go. That does not mean he's gonna kill the role. This doesn't mean he's gonna be like the best Batman ever, but when I look at his acting, I say, you know what, he does have some solid acting chops. He is over 6 feet tall, which I think should be a prerequisite for Batman going forward now. 6'1", he's 32, so he fits within that late 20s, early 30s range that Warner Brothers reportedly was looking for. If you look at him in his other movies, he actually looks like he could pull off the whole brooding silent type thing. I mean, he does that in some of his other movies, and it looks good, and I can definitely see him brooding as Bruce Wayne. And opinions are opinions. There are other better choices. There are also some worse choices, let's be honest. You guys are bitching about Robert Pattinson, but I bet you if Michael Cera was named as the next Batman, holy shit, we would never hear the end of it. At least with Robert Pattinson, you got some people that are a little bit open-minded to the idea, but if Michael Cera was cast as Batman, or better yet, if Michael Cera was cast as Darkseid, holy shit, the internet would be shut down for weeks. The amount of salt and bitchness from the fans would be legendary. Like, people would never let this go. Like, never. People would be 80 years old and they'd still be talking about, like, oh, one of the worst casting decisions ever. Michael Cera as Darkseid, are you fucking kidding me? While he is young and he is 6'1", he is going to have to bulk up for it, and we are going to have to see him in that Christopher Nolan movie next year to see, you know, just how much he can get other people on board with him in this role. It's not a done deal yet, but you guys know me. I'm going to run with Robert Pattinson until 2021, unless, of course, they cast somebody else along the way, in which I'll do, like, a memoriam video for, like, rest in peace, Robert Pattinson. I'm excited that Robert Pattinson has officially become a thing, and yes, I am not done trolling you, so get used to hating me, because it's going to be a long 2 years. Alright, guys, in the comment section, give me your initial reactions and what your thoughts are on Robert Pattinson becoming the new Batman for Matt Reeves' Batman movie. I don't want a gigantic flame war down there, and if you like what you see, tell me how you feel and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.